Hello and welcome to our video today. In today's video, I'm going to take you through capstone simulation, or the so-called capsim simulation. Currently, we are in round 5 of the simulation, and I want to make decisions with you for each and every department, from the R&D, which is the research and development, up to the TQM, which is the total quality management. So before making decisions in the capsim simulation, we need to go through several reports, and one of the reports is the conditions report. And let's go through the conditions report before making the decision. So under the conditions report, we are going to talk about something called the drift rates. Remember that each product comes from a different segment, and we have the segments here: traditional, low end, high end, performance, and the size segment. So in these segments, when making decisions for the research and development, you have to increase the performance and reduce the size. So you need to increase with a particular number. For instance, in the traditional segment, you need to increase by 0.7 and the performance, and reduce the size by negative 0.7 or by 0.7. Low end also, you need to do the same, but in the low end, you should know that we need some time before making the decisions. Maybe you normally make the decisions at round 4, so that we don't tamper with the age of the product, or so that we don't jump from other years to the others. So that's it. So the conditions report simply tells you or talks about the drifts that you need to use when making decisions for the R&D. Apart from that, you need to go through the capstone carrier, and under the capstone carrier, you should know that we are Team Ferris, and at the moment, you can see we have a contribution margin of 39.9%. That's the contribution margin that we have for the end of year 4, which is round 4, which is the last year. Remember this last year's report, we need to go through it before making decisions for this year, which is round 5. Also, we had an ROS, return on of 6.8%, return on sales. We had an asset turnover of 1.46. We had an ROI, return on assets of 9.9%. We had a leverage of 2.3. We had a return on equity of 22.8%, and we had no emergency loan. We had sales of 210,272 for 32, and then we had EBIT of 31,578,250, and we had profits of 14,224,272. So that's all under the selected financial statistics, or under the financial statistics of the simulation. So let's scroll down and go to the production summary, or the production analysis, so that we can go through our sales. So these are our products. Our first product is Fast, Fit, Feast, Form, and then lastly Fume. And these are the number of products that we sold in the last round. And if you are keen, you can see that in the last round we stocked out for all our products. So this means that we lost a lot of profits because we stocked out. We sold all our products in the company. So this round we need to forecast better so that we can sell more products in the simulation. After that, we now have to go through each and every segment. So under the traditional segment, we have the traditional customer buying criteria. And under the traditional customer buying criteria, we are being told that the age is the most important, whereby they need an ideal age of 2, and it has 47% importance. Price is the second, which is important, and they need an ideal price of 18 to 28, and it has 23% importance. Ideal positioning, they need a performance around 7.8 and size around 12.2, and it has 21% importance. Reliability, they need an MTBF between 14,000 and 19,000, it has 9% importance. These are just expectations of what customers expect of this product in round 5. Next is the low-end segment, and under the low-end segment, again, we have the low-end customer buying criteria, and here customers expect a price between 13 and 23, and it has 53% importance, an age of 7.0, it has 24% importance, an ideal positioning, performance of 3.7, size of 16.3, and it has 16% importance. Customers expect a reliability, MTBF between 12,000 and 17,000, and it has 7% importance. That's it. To the next segment, which is the high-end segment, we have the highest high-end customer buying criteria, and here customers expect an ideal position of 12.5 performance, size 7.5, it has 43% importance, an age of 0.0 and has 29% importance. MTBF 20,000, 25,000 and has 19% importance. Price between 28 and 38 and has 9% importance. That's what they need in that segment. Next is the performance segment. Another the performance segment, this is what customers expect. Reliability MTBF between 22 to 27,000 has 43% importance. Ideal positioning 13.4 performance, size 13.2 to 29% importance. Price between 23 to 33 and has 19% importance. An age of 1 and it has 9% importance. Now on to the last segment, which is size segment, and here customers expect an ideal position, performance 6.8, size 6.6 has 43% importance. Age of 1.5, it has 29% importance. MTBF between 16 to 21,000, it has 19% importance. Price, which is the last one, they expect a price between 23 and 33 and has 9% importance. So after going clearly through the report, we have to come out with the decisions from the report, and you should have this caution that we don't share the same report, so you cannot use my values to your simulation because you'll fail. So back to the simulation, and we are starting with the R&D. And under the R&D, we are making decision for the performance, the size, and the MTBF of the simulation. So we shall start with the first. And for first product, I want to use 8.6 as our performance, and 11.4 as our size. Then we can recalculate. We will not change the MTBF, and you can see that the revision date is 30th of April 2030, which is quite fine. Next is fit, and for the fit product, we are not going to make any decisions at the moment because it's already finely positioned, or it's correctly positioned in the perception map, so we shall just maintain the decisions that are at the moment. For fist, we're going to give it a performance of 11 and size of 9.0, and then we can recalculate. And after recalculating, you can see that our revision date is 14th of March 2030. So this simply means that our product will sell from this date up to the end of the year. Next is form, and for form, we are going to give it a performance of 14 and a size of 13.00, and then you can recalculate. And if you recalculate, you can see that the revision date will be 16th of April 2030. Next is fume, which is our last product, and I'm going to give it 6.9 as our performance and a size of 7.0. Then you can recalculate, and then you can see that the revision date is 9th of May 2030. So this simply means that the revision dates are the dates in which our products start selling up to the end of the year. Remember, this year starts on 1st January 2030 and ends on 31st December 2030. So our products will sell from these dates up to the end of the year, which is 31st December 2030. That's all about marketing. About the R&D. Here you have the perception map, which shows you the positioning of the products. Down here you have the material cost, whereby you can compare the old material cost and the new material cost of the products. Right here we have the age profile, whereby you can compare the age of each and every product in the simulation. After that, next is the marketing, and under the marketing, we are going to talk about 4 things. First is the price. We have the promo budget, we have the sales budget, and we have the forecast part. So we shall start with the price. For the pricing, at the moment, it's good to maintain our prices because our prices are favorable for the customers. This after going clearly through the report. Our prices are very fair for our customers. Also for the promo budget and the sales budget, we're going to maintain all of them at 2,000 because they are fair to our customers. Promo budget will help us to increase something called the customer awareness, while the sales budget will help us increase customer accessibility in the simulation. So under the forecast part, we are now forecasting the number of products that we need to sell. And for after keenly going through the report, I want us to sell 2,800 of fast, and then 3,800 of fit, and then we can sell 1,000 of fist, and then 1,300 of form, and lastly 1,400 of fume. Then we can recalculate, and you can see we have changes on the gross revenue that the product is generating, the variable cost, also the contribution margin there, also the less promo sales. Down here the revenue forecast, and the revenue forecast will just highlight to you in graphical form the revenue in the revenue that each and every product is given to the company in this round. Here you have the unit sale forecast, whereby these graphs show you the number of products that you are predicting to sell or the number of products that you are forecasting to sell in the simulation. After that, we're going to the next, which is market production. And under production, remember that we are now responding to what we have forecasted. So first of all, I'm going to produce based on what we forecasted. So this first one, I'm going to produce 2850. Second one, I'm going to produce 3814. And then next one, I'm going to produce 1020. Next one, I'm going to produce 1204. Last one, I'm going to produce again 1204. Then we can calculate. And the reason why we're producing less is because we don't really have the capacity, so we'll have to produce this forecast. So these two shall go back to marketing and then forecast a bit lower. So we shall give it 1200, also 1200. Then we can recalculate. Then you can go back to the production part. So under the production part, you can see that we have produced products based on what you have forecasted, and also you need to buy more capacity because you can see that some products don't have the capacity to produce. So we shall start with this. We shall buy a capacity of 300, also this 300, and then also this 300, and then we can recalculate. We are buying capacity so that we can be able to produce more products in the simulation. That's it. So that's all about production. Unless you have any questions, feel free to text me on the email on the description. Next is the human resource, and under the human resource we have something interesting at the moment. Recruiting spend should be 5,000 and training hours should be 80, and we have the negotiation position starting, whereby we need to negotiate for the labor. So for us, you can see that the starting position is 24.31 and the negotiation ceiling is 26.74. So for us, we're just going to negotiate it to 24.5, and then for the current contract, we shall just leave it at 2,500. Profit sharing, we shall leave it at 2.0. Annual raise, we shall leave it at 5%. Then we can calculate our decisions. Next is the finance, and under the finance department, at the moment, we normally look at our cash position. We started the year 2029. We started the year on December 31st, 2029 with 41,497. We are ending the year with 50,993. So at the moment, we are focusing more on profits, and we don't need to take any loan to finance our company activities because we have enough profits. So at the moment, we won't take any loan. Next is the TQM, and under the TQM has different impacts in the simulation, and it's really a nice department in the simulation. So we are going to allocate 1,500 for each and every TQM initiative, and the TQM is very important, as I said, because it has different impacts in the simulation. First of it being it reduces material cost, also it reduces the labor cost, also it reduces the R&D cycle time, it also reduces the administration cost, and it decreases the demand in the simulation. So if you go back to the R&D, you'll realize that some of the revision dates have reduced, and also the material cost has reduced, and also the administration costs have reduced. After doing our decisions, we can check the balance scorecard so that we can see our projected score, and you can see that our score for round 5 is 92.6 out of 100. So this means that we are doing very well in the simulation. So if you want to get amazing scores like this, text me on the email in the description and I'll sort you out. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.